Hey, what's going on, good people? Ladies and gentlemen, this one is for you. If you want to crack the code when it comes to modern day dating to meet a high character man. So, ladies, if women have figured out, they are figuring out in modern day times how to meet a really great guy of high character. And men are figuring out where they need to be, what is happening, right? That is making them feel more optimistic about dating towards a wife. Brothers and sisters are figuring it out, and we're going to go over that tonight. Because listen, ladies, you don't have time to be in situationships. Come on, let me know if I'm right. You don't have time to be in situationships. You don't have time to be in we just kicking it and trying to figure out where we're going. You don't have time for random results or getting on dating apps and doing a whole lot of DMs and people playing when they say they're looking for a wife or at least something exclusive. Let me know if I'm in the right place, right? My name is Dr. Alduan Tartt. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. I have been counseling couples. I've been in psychology, mental health for close to 3 decades. I'm also a licensed and ordained minister. So you're going to see the combination of the two whenever we link up. All right. And so I'm excited tonight, right, to talk to you about a no nonsense, no games played approach to where to meet high quality men, right? High quality men. Because the reality is, a lot of women do not have real conversations with themselves until it's too late about how important a relationship is to their current and especially future happiness. Come on now. If you're watching this, I want you to like and subscribe to this channel. Like and subscribe to this channel so that whenever I do something, you know it is in effect. All right. And so let me know where y'all are coming in from. I'm going to acknowledge that. So I am excited. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. And everything is good. All right. So listen, ladies. Let's dive in. All right. All right. So one of the things that we're going to do tonight, right, is we're going to talk, right? We're going to talk about what things you need to do to attract high character men, right? I see Philly and Jersey in the building. We're going to talk about what you need to do. And then I promise to give you 8 places to go very early in this. 8 places to go to meet high character man. And I need you to be open to changing your ways so that you don't waste time. Right, let me go to prayer. Gracious Lord, we thank you, Lord, for anyone watching this, Lord, live or recorded, Lord God, that you move in their spirit, that they just simply see me as the guide, Lord God. And Lord God, you reminded me when I was in the airport this weekend that someone said, I listened to you and I read your book from back in the day and I'm actually married. They've been married. They actually got married before I even got married. And so, Lord God, you're just thankful that the things, the seeds that are planted, that is of you, Lord God. We ask and pray, Lord, that the seeds that are planted tonight grow and that marriages and relationships happen because of this, Lord. It's one thing to be an influencer from a superficial standpoint, but I ask and pray you allow me to be an influencer of marriages, of different mindsets, of happiness, of joy, and of optimism. These things we ask in Jesus' holy name, amen. So I'm a believer, all right? So I see Virginia coming in, right? Yes, I see you, all right? I see Pam. I see Miss Perfectly Imperfect. I see the musical web. I see y'all coming in. All right, so let's dive in, right? Because I'm going to start fast, all right? First thing you should do, we're talking about 5, right? 5 ways high value women meet men of character. Number 1, you have to do a self audit to make sure you become who you're looking for. Now, I disagree with probably 95% of what the late Kevin Samuels would talk about the few episodes that I saw, right? The episodes that I saw, so I can't say that I watched him regularly. I might have agreed with a lot more. Probably not. But one of the things that he said that I believe was honest and true. Now, he had a lot of things going on. He had a lot of problems. but he tried the best he could, and he helped a lot of y'all, and then he damaged a lot of y'all as well, right? But one of the things that he did, right, was show a way and show a need for especially people of color to need relationship advice, right? So one thing he said is that you can't attract what you're not, ladies. And that goes for men. You can't attract a high value woman if you're not a high value man. It doesn't match. But I think most men get that because a lot of men will be like, she's out of my league. Let me kind of get myself together. Let me ramp up. Let me pause. Not too many brothers, if Beyonce ever becomes single or Rihanna ever becomes single, and I hope they don't. I want their marriages to thrive for a lifetime. Not too many brothers that don't have their stuff together at that level are going to be approaching Rihanna and Beyonce. Now I know some of y'all be like, I'm shooting my shot because what do I have to lose, right? But a lot of it, but what we see is a lot of times with you, my sisters, sometimes you will ask for a man and not do a self audit to see if there's a match. Does that make sense? So when you say I'm looking for a man who's incredibly attractive. You have to believe that you are attractive too. And that's not a body size. That's not a skin color. That's not a weight. That's not a height. That is simply confidence, right? Confidence in aesthetics, right? You have to look good. So, do we look good together? Is he going to like the way I present myself, right? Do I feel attractive? And if I want a man who's highly attractive, do I believe I'm highly attractive, right? If I want a man of high character, and am I a woman of high character? If I want a man who is super engaging, right? Am I also engaging so that our conversation matches? Now, don't get me wrong, opposites attract, but I really want you to let me know, ladies. Do you really do a self audit? We'll make this a therapy session. Do you really do a self audit about what you really bring to the proverbial table as a potential wife? Right? Or do you say you want a husband simply because you want a husband, because you don't want to be lonely, because you want to have children, because you want to have that ring that everyone shows on Instagram and Facebook and in real life when they get married? Are you saying you just want a husband, right? Or are you saying I attract a husband because I give value as a wife? I give even value. Drop a trait that you know you have as a potential wife that a high character man would be drawn to. Come on now. This should be easy for you if you've already done this type of self audit. If you are struggling with this, you have grace, and this is what this is here for. You need to be able to identify these things, build these things, cultivate these things, and then be able to advertise these things in conversation on apps, right? So I see y'all dropping them. Accountability, supportive, honest. Come on, give me some more, right? So men need support like we need air. So ladies, if you're a woman who can support a man at the top 5-10%, right? Men are going to be drawn to you. If you can look at a man right now who's out of work, say he lost his job due to what's going on in the government, right? Or layoffs, right? Or the economy. Can you look this man in the eye and say, babe, I know you're going to make it work. I know you're going to be able to find, you're the head, not the tail. You've been working in marketing for 15 years. I know AI is here, but AI can't replicate your experience. It can't replicate your charm. It can't replicate your creativity. It's only studying your creativity and putting it out. So, babe, either you can work for yourself or let's look at these other firms. Let's look at some other ways, babe. I believe in you. I don't have any doubt in my mind that you're going to find your way in the most unsure times, most uncertain times, baby, because you a king. And because you his wife, make love to that man, right? And as soon as you finish you making love, pull the laptop in front of him. And say, look at these jobs, baby. You got it. Are y'all getting it? Oh, I see. I was going on a rampage, right? I have character, integrity, emotional intelligence. That's Miss Awesome, all right. Nita says I'm mentally stable. LOL. Don't say LOL, right? But that's humor. So she's mentally stable and she has humor, right? Peace. Oh, that's good. You saying that you can be his peace, Lord have mercy. I was talking about support. But if you combine support with peace for a man, you know how many men don't have any support in this world? They're going home, looking at that apartment, that condo, that house, right? He didn't have any support. He didn't have anyone to talk about his dreams with. Come on now. You think men just want to sleep with random women? No, men, good men, high character men want a high character woman to be able to build with, to be able to strategize with, and to be able to find his footing, or if he's doing well, to elevate to the next level because of his wife. The Michelle Obama effect, the Savannah James effect, the Keisha effect on Gucci Man, right? Because he was struggling with his mental health until she was able to help him get it together, and now he's back on top. The Pauletta Washington, Denzel Washington's wife effect. You get what I'm saying? The TD Jakes, what's her name? What's TD Jakes' wife's name? Oh my goodness. Is it Sarah? No, that's his daughter. What's his wife's name? Sarita, right? Sarita Jake. She was with him when he was in a church where he walked up the steps in the first church and he fell through it. He fell through the steps. That's how decrepit it was. And then they had to raise money for air conditioning. She said, that's all right. Where we started is not where you're going to finish. The Sarita Jakes effect. Well, look at where Bishop T.D. Jakes is now, right? That he's able to actually turn the legacy over to his daughter and son-in-law, right? Shout out to you, Pastor Teray and Sarah Jakes. Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? A good listener, right? So, ladies, do you have that ability to take a really good man and make him into a great man? He who finds a wife finds a what? A good thing and gains favor in the Lord. Are you able to help your man gain favor? Tell me how. Drop it in the chat. In your spirit, if you can feel your husband right now, if you can see him, if you can sense him, if you can sense what he's struggling with right now, or you can sense another level, or you have your eye on a man, how can you take him to the next level? I want to know what's on your spirit right now. You can drop it in the chat, or I can just feel it in the spirit. Are y'all getting it? Are you getting it? Right? Yeah. Speak life into him. How many men, thank you, Musical Web, how many men need to be spoken into right now? It's the holidays, right? Building businesses. If they're at work, having to survive. I was talking to a friend that is afraid to take off time, even though he really needs to, because he's afraid that he's going to be replaced, right? Like a pray together, right? How many, I see you, Pam, how many of you fellas need a woman to pray over you in the spirit? Because it says, therefore confess your troubles and your sins one to another so that they may be healed, because the prayers of the what? The righteous avails, helps a lot. How many of you need a righteous woman who has relationship with God to pray for you to make things happen in the spirit? Come on now, you in your house. Are you getting it, ladies? Are you getting it? I hope y'all are getting this spirit. And men, you should be doing a self-audit too. What are you bringing to the table? Are you able to provide stability? Not only financially, but emotional stability. Can a sister go to sleep knowing that she's in good hands with you emotionally? Can a sister talk to you and you're able to calm her because you're able to be composed during the conversation? Are you able to say, babe, I'll take care of it? I don't know how, but she goes right to sleep because she knows you are a provider and a protector. Can a sister not pay attention when she's with you of danger because she knows she's with that guy who's not going to start anything, but you sure enough going to finish it? Am I in the right place? Come on now. And she's not worried about what the dude in the corner is doing. She's not worried about if the restaurant is in the wrong side of town. She's not worried about if it's 11 o'clock at night and she's out with you like she would be by herself. She's not worried about even where you are when it's 11 o'clock at night because she knows you're either in the gym, meeting with some buddies, watching the game, building a new business, having fun at the basketball game. She knows you are where you say you're going to be. She didn't have to worry. Come on now. Can you do a self audit? Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? Yes. And I see y'all saying, right? Right. Being confident in a co-creative environment is what he needs. Pray together, right? My man is like, I only see one exit. We out of here, right? Right. I see that. Right. That's what you say. Your man says. All right. Y'all got it. So first we need to do the self audit to make sure you're bringing what you're asking for. That way it can like attracts like. And that way you move with confidence. You move with a woman that knows that you can help a brother out. A brother's going to be like, who are you? What's your name? How you walking like that? Why are you walking like that? You walking like you're someone. You have presence. Can't you spot people with presence? The minute they walk into the club, the minute they walk into the business, the minute they walk into the church, the minute they walk into the gym. Can't you tell, ladies, can't you tell what a man is confident about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? A man who's confident in his sexual prowess. Can't you tell? A man who's making some money. Can't you tell? A man who has the spirit of God on him. Can't you tell? A man that has all three of those things I just mentioned. Can't you tell? Can't you tell a man who's athletic? Can't you tell a man who's smart? Right? And it like you can sense presence. So when you move in presence, people are gonna be drawn to you. All right. Number two, as promised. All right. So number one thing that we have to do, all right, is conduct a self audit. All right. Number two thing you can do to stop wasting time to find a high character man in modern times. This is what's already happening that you're going to do too, or this is validation, is that you're going to curate your environments to meet high quality men. You're first of all going to stop wasting your time by thinking that you can sit at home, right? And that a man is just going to magically appear in your life at the grocery store, at Home Depot. I'm not saying those are not good places. I'm going to give you 8 places in a minute where I truly believe you should go, at least the mindset to meet high character men. But can we say action? Comment. How many of you believe that you need to take action? Come on, ladies, be real. How many of you believe you need to take action to be findable? He who finds a wife. That see, a lot of times you interpret that scripture as okay, it's my job is to be passive, it's his job to be active. He should find me. Come on, raise your hand if you thought that. Raise your hand. When really what that is saying is more like a job. If you want the job or career, you have to be findable to the employer. If you're an entrepreneur, your services have to be findable on the web, findable in the in Google Maps. Are y'all getting it? You have to be findable. But if you're sitting at home, sitting on whatever resources you are, selling, say it's apparel. No one's buying your apparel if it's hard to find. Come on. How hard have you made it to be found? And so, ladies, if you want to stop wasting your time, right? What successful women are doing is that they realize they made that mistake and they're making it really easy for themselves to be found by the right man. Right? Right? So, now that you're aligned with what you're bringing to the table, the second mistake is that you keep fishing in the wrong lakes. And one of those lakes that's wrong is your house. You wait on a man. Yeah, some of y'all are like, I'm not going to get online. I'm not going to do the apps. Well, guess where, according to the statistics, 50% of couples meet online now. Imagine if you had that approach when it comes to looking for a job. No, I'm not going to go online. I'm going to go knock on some doors. I'm going to walk in some. You can't even get past security anymore. You used to be able to walk in and talk your way into a job. But right now, if you're not on LinkedIn, Career Builder, Indeed, Monster, picking up the phone, using your network, you're not getting a job. So we don't have that idea when it comes to being online, when it comes to a job. But we do have that idea when it comes to dating. And if 50% of couples are meeting online, shouldn't you consider being online? Come on now. But you say, no, I'm not going to do all that. You don't want to get married. Ooh, you say you don't want to waste your time, but you're wasting time if you are dead set against being online. If 50% of marriages are happening because they initially meet online and you want to get married, why wouldn't you be on there? See, this is where we start looking at duplicity, right? This is where we start looking at duplicity. I want to get married, but I don't want to do an online profile because of XYZ reason. Okay, so what you're saying is that I want to eliminate 50% of the ways I can get married. I want to take half of them and just throw it away. Come on now. I want to make it 50% harder for me to get married by not going with the number one place where men are looking for you. See, it's not how you think about it, ladies, right? All of the single men I know, every last one of them is online doing this, looking for you. Every last one of the single men that I know, who I know, are doing that. Why? Because this is the easiest place to meet you. Where would a man go and meet you? On a Wednesday night, on a Thursday night, on a Friday night. I mean, he may go out and be social, but it's a lot easier for him. Like, where will we meet? Y'all are tuning in. I'm rocking with you. You're rocking with me. We're online. How hard would it be for me to get y'all to listen to me if I had to find you? Right? If I had to find you outside, are y'all getting it? So let's get into it. Are y'all getting there? Oh, so y'all are admitting this, right? And y'all are saying I meet men all the time, right? All right, yes. So we need to go online and we need to, so we'll talk about that. All right. So one, all right. Where are you currently looking? Curate your environments to meet quality men. So that means you should only be in environments where quality men are. Come on, can church say amen? You should curate. If I'm looking for a smart woman to marry, where would I go, ladies? Come on, I'm gonna let y'all do the work. If I'm looking for a smart woman, I want my wife or girlfriend to be smart, highly intelligent. What type of environment should I curate for myself? Come on, tell me. If I'm trying to find a smart woman, where should I go? Come on now. Tell me, ladies. Tell me. All right. All right. There we go. Business conferences are networking mixers. Thank you. Because a woman of business is going to be at a business conference. All right. A networking mixer. You're going to find someone probably smart, right? I would go to a school. I will go to a PTA meeting, right? Especially if I'm a dad, right? I'm gonna go to a PTA meeting, right? Guess what? I'm gonna see all the teachers. I'm gonna see a lot of parents. I'm gonna go to a college. I'm gonna go to a university. I'm gonna go to a museum. I'm gonna join an organization that loads for smart people, like the National Black MBA Association, where everyone has a master's in business administration. I'm gonna go to a conference of doctors, right? Are y'all getting it? I'm going to go to a dental association conference. Are y'all getting it? Library. I like that. Barnes and Nobles, church, right? If I want a woman of good character, why wouldn't I look for a woman in church? Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? All right. Put wrong lake if you've been looking in the wrong lake. All right. That's putting you in the wrong spots. All right. Let me fast forward because I promised y'all. Let me give y'all eight places, and I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna give you the other three things you need to do. Can I give you 8 places high character men meet partners? So let's take the reverse. I told you that y'all are figuring this out, and that makes me happy because I'm here for you to figure it out. I want my brothers to get married, I want my sisters to get married, and I want y'all to be happy and in godly marriage. I want you to be a happy, godly marriage. I don't want you to be in godless, dysfunctional, unhappy marriages. Right? right? I want you to have both because you can not be godly and have a happy marriage, right? You can be godly and have an unhappy marriage. I want you to be godly and have a happy marriage. I don't want you just to get married. Can we agree? Right? And y'all are still, y'all are already ahead of me. All right. So that's how y'all know what y'all talking about, right? Mother other names, right? Pam, y'all know what y'all are talking about. All right. So number one, all right, these is not in order. All right. All right. Special interest classes and workshops. Come on now. I know y'all saying like, what does that mean? All right. Wine tastings, hobby-based classes. So Home Depot might do a class on woodworking. Men are gonna be in that class. They might do a class on cooking. There are a lot of men, especially now, because men delay marriage later, who are into cooking. YouTube has really exploded. You see the influencer pages of men who show what they're cooking. There are a lot of men who follow that. I think there's like a page called Fit Men Cook, something like that. That's really popular. Y'all check that out, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? So if you're going to a cooking class, are you going to like anything that's a workshop? And let me be more specific. A real estate workshop, a workshop on trading. A lot of men are into trading, are interested in learning about stocks, crypto, options trading. Men are interested in making more money. Men are interested in franchising, right? You need to be around chambers of commerce. Are you getting what I'm saying? You need to be in anything around business, right? Or anything that's a special interest class. Are y'all get the framework, right? Are y'all getting it? All right, are y'all getting? I like what you said. I like jazz venues, upscale lounges. Why? Because upscale men go to upscale places. They don't go to the dive. They don't want to get shot. They don't want the luxury car getting shot up. Right? They're not trying to go home murdered. Right? Now, I'm not saying that men are not versatile. You know, I like a little dive from time to time so we get the best food, especially a jazz club in the cut. But you have to be careful, right? Or a live music spot in the cut. You have to be careful, right? And I'm definitely not judgmental, but are y'all getting the mindset? Let me go do things I love that men would gravitate towards. You feel what I'm saying? I'll give like for instance, a wellness community. Come on now. In Atlanta, there's a wellness community I think called Run for Heels. Y'all correct me, right? They run for heels. It's something like that where they get together and they work out together and they run heels or they do these different fitness challenges, right? Another special interest class are classes around the word. There are a lot of communities for people that have Bible study and they do it in coffee shops. Those things are growing in numbers in droves, right? Are y'all getting it? You're gonna go where high character men would go. He would be in a community Bible study. He would be in a business development workshop. He would be in an Afro Tech. Come on now, conference. He would be in a Black enterprise conference. All right, well, we'll get this. That's a whole other category. All right, so special intro classes and workshops. Number two, gyms and fitness centers. Come on now. If you're looking for a high character man, all right, high character men are often in the gym because a lot of times, how you look physically, people judge you based on your physique as a man, right? And so when you look the part, that helps you to get more jobs, right? And so men realize that part of fitness is also discipline. If I can have the discipline, even when it's cold, even when it's hot, even when I don't feel like it, to lift weights, to do cardio, stretch my body, to get my body going so that my mind can follow, right? If they're doing it on a regular basis, then they have the self-discipline a lot of times to be in relationships. Now, I know y'all saying there's a lot of people in the gym who are straight up dogs. I agree. But what I'm saying, we're looking for high character individuals. They are likely to be in the gym because they are doing the things, they have at least the character to be consistent with taking care of their body. They're health oriented, they're disciplined, they're doing the same thing on a regular basis. Does that make sense? Make sense? So go at different times, go when men go, right? Go before work, go after work, right? Go to the golf range on Saturday and tell me how many men you don't see. Right? Are y'all getting it? Go bowling on a Friday night. Join a bowling league, a co-ed bowling league, and tell me how many men you see. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? And the more masculine the gym, and by masculine, I wouldn't even say masculine, the more extreme the gym, because this is going to pull for extreme men and women, right? The more extreme the gym, the more men are going to be there, right? So like there's not gonna be as many men in Planet Fitness. No shade to Planet Fitness. They market a low stress workout. You don't have to come and worry about someone throwing up 30 reps. Like if you do that, they ring the bell, right? You can't grunt and scream and yell like you can at other gyms in Planet Fitness because it's supposed to be relaxed. But go to a CrossFit. Tell me how many men you see. Go to a Lifetime Fitness franchise. Tell me how many men you see. Go to something where there's sparring or kickboxing or boxing or wrestling. Go to rock climbing. Go to an extreme gym, ladies, if you're looking to be the minority and you're looking for me. All right, number three, networking events and professional conference. Ambitious, I'm looking at my notes, ambitious, mission driven men who are building something. They're going to be at the National Association of Black Engineers. They're going to be at ABSI. There's ABSI is the psychologists of African diaspora have a conference. There's going to be Black psychologists there. There's a similar organization for Black social workers, for Black accountants, Black astronauts. Y'all get it? If you're into athletes, right? They're gonna all be at the All-Star game. They're gonna be at summer league. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be at the places where they need to be. So if you're looking for a professional man, you need to be affiliated. That's what you need to be hanging out because these men are in motion. They have some business. Number four, you need to be curated. You need to be using friends in social circles, right? You should be asking your friends what they're doing for Friendsgiving, right? What they're doing for the holidays, what they're doing this weekend. Are they having a Super Bowl party? Are they having a kickback? Are they having people over the house? Who do they know? Right? Because we meet people in great networks. And that's how we get jobs. And now, have you noticed that coaches, like the coach from at the time of this, I'm taping this, the coach from Penn State got fired and he's already has a job in the same season. So they paid him out some ridiculous amount, and then he's getting paid again to work somewhere else. I can't remember where he went, where Franklin is, but he's working. Why? Because that network of coaches is small, and they realize at some point all of us are gonna get fired, and we need to stick together. So no matter where either you're up or you're down, either you're head or you're gonna be assistant. Very few people stay head coaches, but they want to stay in the profession. Y'all get it? So friends in social circles, right? Because good people tend to know good people. Like if you say, do you know any good brothers or sisters to hook me up with? Yes. The answer is yes. Of course, because I hang around high character individuals. All right, number five, faith-based communities. I already covered that. The coffee shops with the Bible studies, the churches that pull for men, and that's usually the pastors that talk about money or have a huge men's ministry initiative, right? Or some type of huge mentoring that they do that attracts men to the church. Or it's perfectly situated like in a business district, right? You're gonna have a lot of men there because it's close to their residence. You get what I'm saying? So values-driven men are gonna be in places where they can cultivate their values. Is this helping? Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm not saying you shouldn't go to the club. What I'm saying is that you're much more likely to meet a high character man at church, at the business conference, at a networking events, at a cooking class, at a woodworking class, right? There are things that men like to do as hobbies, and they're gonna go out and they're going to do that, right? Now, um I'm an academic, so you'll see me easily at an academic talk, right? Like if someone's giving a talk on a breakthrough with fatherhood, which is actually true. There's a lot of work coming out of Morehouse. School of Medicine, right? Where they're actually helping fathers, black fathers, to be better fathers. So being a deadbeat is becoming a thing of the past. Those numbers are dropping, I mean, in record numbers because they're going out, seeking out young brothers who are having children. I don't know how they're getting to them through the hospital, birth certificates. They're seeking them out and say, can I put you in a group to teach you how to be a better father? Come on now. Right? So if you're affiliated with an organization like that, you get what I'm saying? Right? If you're around Habitat for Humanity, right? Anyone that's trying to do well in the city, oh, this is a good one, right? So Leadership Atlanta, right? Anything in your city to where people come together for civic engagement to do something better for the city, do something better for the state, do something better for the county. That's gonna pull. Feed the homeless ministries at your church. Y'all got it? Cultural number 6, cultural and social events. Right? You should be at the art exhibit. You should be at the live music. One of my good friends, Jay Carter, just had one music fest. You should be there. There are a lot of people who enjoy music who are gonna be out there. The jazz festival. You get what I'm saying? You should be at cultural events. There's a Black History tour, Black History. There might be a particular artist that's coming to the High Museum of Art. I'm here in Atlanta. I might be coming to one of the museums. You want to check it out. Like on opening night, people are going to be there who are into art, who are into sculpting, right? Number 7, coffee shops, bookstores, casual spaces. And by casual spaces, I would add like co-working spaces, right? Like and country clubs, right? That's common spaces. When I say country clubs, I don't mean like what you think like white. I'm talking about like the Gathering Spot, which is in Atlanta, in DC. Look it up in LA, right? Look at the Retreat. Look at the Commerce Club. I can't remember there's a couple in DC I can think of, right? But these are places where people go to connect who have business. This could be your local chamber of commerce. This could be the 100 Black Men, right? This could be any organization where you come together and you have to be, this could be a Divine Nine event that comes together to support all the sororities and fraternities. This could be homecoming. Are y'all getting it? All right, coffee shops. I love that. Bookstores. Yeah, you could definitely find me in a bookstore. You could definitely find me in a coffee shop. All right, thank you. All right, I see y'all dropping money. Thank you, Grind 80. I appreciate it for the super generous um contribution. I thank you for that. I didn't expect that coming, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, number 8, selective online dating platforms. Yes. Come on now. All right. Um, I did some research on this. All right. The top 2 places. Now, if you're watching this and you are not of African American descent or African descent, and you're not a minority, right? All right, I'm gonna give you 4, but if you Black, all right, I'm gonna give you 2, right? Most of the people I see who meet, right? They meet on Hinge. Right? That's the number one thing. I do premarital and marital counseling every day of my life, except for the weekend, just because that's what I do. Right. And I'm asking people, how did you meet? And I told you 50% of marriage. Hinge is what I hear consistently. Now, I'm not telling you that Hinge is great. You're going to go up there. But what I'm telling you is that people are married are finding the talent on Hinge and Bumble. Right. And then with Bumble, I'm finding people meet on like Bumble Business. So they'll get up there. And I think Bumble gives you the ability to have friends or something like you can go in and just say, I'm looking for friends and then be able to connect. But Hinge and Bumble are probably the 2 biggest that I see for folks, people of color. And then if we're talking about all my brothers and sisters, right? All right. eHarmony and Match, right? Because it's just more work, like more intentional daters, right? Even matchmakers, right? Someone that's going to employ a matchmaker, right, is going to get more qualified leads, right? Even using LinkedIn or sliding in the DMs on Instagram, right? Commenting on someone's video, right? And brothers, I have a good friend of mine who knows how to bait y'all, right? He said he put sugar right? On the grits just to get y'all to go in and say, you don't do that. You don't put sugar on grits. He knows how to bait, right? Just to get engagement, right? So you should be doing the same thing, engaging, because men need to see you. And if men are largely online, then you have, think about all this smorgasbord of men. Now, it's going to be a lot of mess on there. It kind of is like one of those, like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, where you have to like go through, or the thrift store. You have to go through and be like, nah, nah, hold up. This is a good piece right here. Hold on. This is a Donna Karen jacket. Wait a minute. This is a Italian twine watch in the consignment. What? It's not broken. All right. I would say luxury watch market, but that's not true. You have to have papers. That's nothing. That's actually be on a list. That's actually very exclusive. But you get what I'm saying? All right, those are the 8 places, online dating. So when you think about it, you can add more. Curate, curate. All right, someone's saying a meetup app, right? There's Raya, right? There's a lot of different apps out there, right? Now I know you can get apped out, but what I'm saying is take a break, refresh your profile, because that's where men are going. That's the main place men know how to go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, love. Right? My Saturday. Anyway, y'all know I'm talking about Sunday. Which one is it? I can't even remember the song. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday love. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Old school, right? Y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? Right? This is where they can go. This is where we can go. Men like ease, they like control. And ladies, it's hard to get to you. The average man doesn't know where to find you, but he can find you on here, on Hinge, on Bumble, on Instagram. I don't know if Tinder still operates like that, right? But are y'all getting it? So at least be open to a dating profile to where your boo could slide in your DMs, because you can always say no, 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 it's not gonna hurt you. But I promise you, you're not gonna go through 100 profiles and say no to all of them. You're gonna see some cuties in there. You're gonna see some men you like, and then bam, take them off the market, right? Y'all got it? So curate places that's based on your personality, where high value men you like would hang out. Think about, if this is your husband, where would he go when he's not at home, right? One of the things I'm getting ready to do for our son is to get him more into martial arts. And if I can swing it, I'm going to take some martial arts classes at the same time he's in class, right? How many men do you think go to the dojo, some form of martial arts, right? Are y'all getting it? Oh, I see y'all. Cigar lounge. Now, I'm not a smoker at all, but I'm going to have to agree with my sister. The musical webs, men are going to be in cigar lounges. Nasty habit, but you can make him quit when he comes home, right? But it's gonna be men in cigar lounges. Men, now that you're sparking it, men are gonna be at sports bars. Men are gonna be at political functions. My wife and I are headed to a wedding, but if we weren't going to a wedding, we were invited to an event for the Atlanta City Council president, right? She's having a celebration party, right, for winning, for people who contribute to a campaign and are in the know, right, for Overstreet here in Atlanta, Marcy Overstreet. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't think there's gonna be men there? City council president? Come on now, you're trying to do business in the city. Who's who? Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? Right? All right. I think y'all got it, right? I think y'all got it. This is good. If y'all could think of some more, curate the places where the man you like is going to be. That way, when you go out, you're almost guaranteed to meet men of character. The only thing you're going for after that is he married? Right? Or is he single? Does he look good to you? And does he like you the way you like him? That's all we're dealing with at that point. But having high character men, you've already stacked the deck. Number 3, all right. I need you to signal availability and interest, ladies. This is huge. Have you noticed that you can go out with your girlfriends, or even you watch, and you'll notice that there's one woman or a few women that get all the men? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that oftentimes it's not necessarily how she looks, right? Like you may say, I'm more attractive or I'm on the same level. What is she doing that I'm not doing that is generating all of this male masculine energy? She's pulling all the men you want. She's pulling Omari Hardwick. She's pulling Idris Elba. She's pulling Barack Obama. She's pulling Denzel. And I'm picking married men. You know what I'm talking about. Damson, right? She's pulling all Michael B. Jordan. She's pulling all of the men, right? That you want. What is she doing? All right, I'm telling you, she's signaling availability and interest. Now, this has actually been studied, right? Because psychologists have studied body language, right? I mean, they've really gone into and they've asked the question, what is it about this woman where she's able to attract all of this energy? What is she doing? And what they found is that there's a certain posture. She doesn't have her arms crossed. She goes into a room and she's open. Her chest is open. I don't mean like buttons, but she's open and she's forward facing and she's looking at people like, come talk to me. She's smiling. She's saying hello first. She's going up to people and say, nice to meet you. This is my first time at this networking event. Can you tell me more about it? She is approachable in her eye contact. She has a soft smile. Her arms are uncrossed. She's not buried in her phone. She is making direct eye contact. She is saying, she's responding to verbal cues. I like your perspective. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. Oh, brother. Okay. I like what you're talking about. She's super enthusiastic back when the man is talking and he says his name is Michael. Michael, that's a nice name. When he says he's a pilot, oh, that must be so interesting to be a pilot. When he says that he is an accountant, you say, oh man, you must be, I know your family calls you during tax time, right? She's energy. So her energy, her vibe attracts people to her because of the energy. Contrast that to the sister who's at the same event on her phone. You know, the first thing we think that you're texting a man. You're out, but you're texting a man. I know it doesn't really make sense because you're out and you're single. But the first thing we think that if you're on the phone, and I get it, you're trying to hide, you're trying not to be anxious, you're trying to fit in. I get it, right? But when you let that phone do your socializing, they're gonna assume that you are talking to a man, and men are not gonna approach you. When's the last time you've had a man, right? It can happen, but approach you while you were on your phone. You don't even know the men you missed. You know, you're too busy on your phone. You've missed, right? When someone says, what is a soft smile, right? All right. A soft smile is a sales technique so that when you see someone, I'm going to demonstrate. This is a soft smile. Hey, how are you? Hi. So it is an intentional smile that is intended and used to attract someone to you. I do it all the time, right? So, as a psychologist, if I go in the lobby to meet someone, I say, hey, nice to meet you. That is a soft smile. I'm not neutral. Why? Because if I'm your psychologist, I'm the psychologist definitely for your kids. I need your kids to like me. The best way for me to get your kids to like me is for me to show that I like them first. Best way for you to like me as a psychologist is for me to greet you warmly. Hey, how are you today? Thanks for coming in. Are you Vanessa? You're Todd. Nice to meet you. Would you come back to me? To my office. I'm so glad to meet you. That is a soft smile, right? And it happens all the time. And it's something that you see. And I think if you're watching this, you're like, I never noticed this is what people were doing, but that is exactly what the people I like. That's what the teacher did you like, the manager did you like, the pastor that you like, the next door neighbors that you like. They have that soft smile when they greet you. They're cresting already, and it's not forced. It's not forced. All right. That's a great question. Right. And so, are you saying, even if you're not on your cell phone, are you saying with your facial expression and body language, do not disturb? There's some sisters I see out there that I could say, all right, by the way they're standing, they don't want anyone to talk to them. right? The basic, and it's because sometimes you go in there guarded, saying, "I don't want to mess. These men ain't talking about anything, or I don't want to be here, or I am here, but I don't. I'm fearful, right? When you going with a closed body language, men are not going to go up to you because you've repelled them. And that happens sometimes in conversations. When we talk about availability and interest, and a man says, "Hey, what's your name?" You say, "Tanya." Like, you didn't give him a warm smile, right? He's gonna keep it moving. Now I know what you're doing. You're trying to see if this man is married. You're trying to say, "Don't waste my time." Are you trying to bed me? Are you trying to play games, right? Because that's what your mindset is. You have to be careful to get rid of that scarcity, negative, stinking thinking. Because Barack Obama could walk up and ask him, you be like, he like a dog because he's so smooth. He's so smooth with his words, right? You don't want to do that. You want to say, "Hey, hi, Barack. That's an interesting name, right? Barack, is that biblical?" Right? You see what I'm doing? Do you see my body language? Do you see how I'm smiling, talking? Men love that. Ladies love that, right? Like, if I want a woman to like me, right, and I'm flirting with her, right, I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna have an enthusiastic smile and energy. I'm gonna say, "What's your name?" All right, Pam. Pam, you are very, very attractive, and you can dress your tail off, girl. The accessories, you are a well put together woman. I don't know if anyone told you, but is it Pam or Pamela? What you want me to call you? All right, Pamela, you are absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, my name is Alduan. Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm coming in high intensity because I'm signaling I'm very interested in you, because I would like for you to be very interested in me. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. I'm not gonna go up until you say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Where you from?" "Oh, okay. Question, question, question. Neutral, neutral, neutral." I'm showing interest. "Are you from Philly? That's what's up. Okay, that's why you got a little swerve. Okay, I see you. I see you, Philly." All the women in Philly look like this, or just you? Right? I'm leaning in with my personality, show interest. Ladies, you do the same thing. Like, "Wow, man, you wearing that suit, brother? Where do you work wearing a suit like that?" Now you stroking the ego. You get it? You get it? Like, "Yeah, I work downtown." "Okay, what kind of work you do downtown? You a mechanic? You own a couple businesses? All right, what do you do that you enjoy?" That way you're not interviewing him, but what you're doing is that you're engaging in his passion. "Oh, you're in politics? Are you a lobbyist? Are you a mayor or something? I don't know you. Am I talking to the mayor? Come on now, brother. Don't be shy." Right? I like a man who's outspoken, who is doing the civic duty. All right? Right? "Oh, you a judge? Okay, court's in session." Right? What's going on? All right, can I approach the bench? Use your personality to show interest. Ladies, do you get it? All right, and number 4, practice discernment like a grown woman, like a woman of faith. Right? You need to move from trying to impress to filtering for alignment. We're not just looking for vibe when you're looking for a spouse. And I'm talking to you ladies, you're not looking for the guy who's just charismatic. That is incredibly important. But you're looking for the guy who's charismatic, who also is a great person, who wants to get married, who is good at relationships, who loves God, who is a good communicator, who believes in mutual satisfaction in relationships versus obligation. You stay with me out of obligation versus let's be happy together. So you're looking for alignment. You're looking for someone who is in alignment when it comes to health and wellness. You're looking for alignment with someone when it comes to tone and how y'all talk to one another when you're in conflict. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, what does this commitment look like? If this is a commitment minded brother, what role does family and faith and fitness play in his life? Right? What is his moral development? Where does he see his life going in 2, 5, 10 years? Are we aligned? Are we on the same page? Can we move through space and time together in alignment? Come on now. Do you believe in love? Do you honor marriage? Right? Are y'all getting it? Are you getting it? So you're filtering, you're watching, and you're assessing so you don't waste time getting someone's number who you're not aligned with. I would ask a man straight up when he asked for the number, like, what you want the number for? I would do it playfully, but like, look, are you trying to, are you just looking for someone to talk to on the phone? Or are you trying to build something? Because as flattered as I am that you would ask for my number, I really don't give my number to someone who's not trying to build because I am only here to meet a purpose partner. Nice to meet you, Fred. See, because what happened is you'll date Fred, like Fred, because Fred has swag. All right, God forbid y'all are intimate. All right, but Fred's not interested in a long term relationship. All right, Fred is in a long term relation, interested in a long term relationship. He's interested in you doing for him not doing for you. He's on some servant type tip, right? He doesn't believe you should have an equal voice. You can get in something toxic, or you can get with Fred, and then Fred has some financial issues, right? But you love him, so now you carrying this man for the brunt of the relationship to your own detriment, right? Discernment, keeps you from wasting time, right? It keeps you from wasting time, right? So you have to make sure that you are discerning and bringing the people you're going to do relationships with. The people in a relationship is even on the phone initially. We're going to have a phone relationship. We're going to connect. We're going to go out for coffee. We're going to talk. We're going to DM. We're going to say good morning, beautiful. All right. I'm only letting someone in the spirit that I can discern is going where I'm going and is a good person. Right. Everyone does not gain access. You can't gain access to the airport unless you have a ticket. You can't gain access to some of these clubs if you're not on the list. You can't gain access to certain restaurants. You don't have reservations. You can't gain access to a sorority unless you're in the sorority or a fraternity. You can't gain access to a country club unless you're a member. Are you getting it? It is exclusive because they want only members who are like-minded and on the same level. All right, number 5, and then we're out of here. Leverage your network, right? Right? So if 50%, let me give you these stats. If 50% of marriages happen from people who meet online, right? Another 15% meet if I can find this, another 15% meet from their network. And I think another 15% it comes from professional networks, right? So 15% meet through friends, 10% connect work or professional events, 5% at social gatherings like bars, parties, and cultural events. There you have it, right? That's 65, 70, 80%, right? It's 75% right there, right? 75%, I guess the other 25% is random, right? It's probably hookup, right? So if we're looking at this, are you leveraging, my friends, your network? Right? They did a study and they said that if you're over 35, the person you're going to meet is most likely already in your cell phone or a friend of someone in your cell phone. Have you asked for a hookup? And when we do this, when we're looking for a job, hey, do you know anyone at Delta? Yeah, my cousin works at Delta. Could you get your cousin take a look at my resume and walk me through how to get a job at Delta? Come on. Would you not do that? Hey, do you know to get our kids into schools? We do the same thing. Do you know anyone who attends XYZ who can give me information on how we can gain entry into this club? I mean, not this club, but this school. Y'all pray for me. This school for my son or daughter, because I understand you have to know someone. How many of you would make a call to try to get into the VIP? You get what I'm saying? How to get into the game, right? The exclusive lounges at the Hawks and the Falcons. That's why we can't win, even though the Hawks are winning. I don't know what the Falcons doing because Atlanta folks just go to party, right? You go to the Falcons games, they have a party. Nobody even watching the game, right? We might be the only city, maybe next to Dallas and Las Vegas, that the Raiders that would do that, where you literally go to the game to party. No one's even in the seats, right? In Dallas, I think they're in the seats, right? But in Las Vegas and Atlanta, people buy tickets to go to the clubs, right? Are you never leveraging your network, right? Are you asking for introductions from friends and trusted colleagues? If you know someone who you really vouch for, right? Forget pride, right? I would do this. This would be other than the phone of scrolling, because if I were single again, I wouldn't know where to go. And men want to meet a woman now, right? I'm taping this during a weekday. I can't go out. I don't know where to go out tonight to meet someone. I have to be at work in the morning when I could just pull this out and be DMing you. Are you getting it? But you don't have a profile. You don't have a profile, Tabitha. You don't. I'm just picking on people. You don't have a profile, Vanessa. You don't have a profile, Stacy. Men can't find you because I feel weird on the app. Meanwhile, good men can't are on the app. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, and they're finding the woman who's easily findable. She's screening him online, and then they're out at coffee and dinner. Meanwhile, he might have picked your picture because you're just as attractive, maybe more, but you're not findable because you don't want to be on the apps. You don't want to be at the event. You want to be out at home. It's too cold. It's too hot. You don't have any money. All these different excuses. Come on now. You get it? Ask if you know any single men who love God, who are attractive, who are emotionally stable, who are fit, who are serious about a partnership, and I'm open to meeting. Send your sister the plug. Send your brother the plug. I can tell you that that is most likely to happen when you're asking your network because everyone knows someone. Now, a lot of people are like, nah, none of the men I know I can recommend. You keep going. But if you pick a high character man or a high character woman, you pick someone who's super social, chances of them knowing someone are extremely high. So go to your high character, high social friends, high network friends, meaning that their network is large. They have 1,000 some people on in their phones and so on and so forth. Ask them. You have not because you ask not. Can we be believers and walk in faith versus simply say that there's a scarcity of men? There's pee in the dating pool, that there's no good men left after 35, 40, 50, 50, whatever the lies that you're telling that are not based on belief, that are not based on belief. Now, I'm not saying you don't believe this. I'm talking about faith. Let me say faith so we don't get confused. It's not based on faith because what you're saying that this is too difficult for God. Hooking you up is too difficult for God. That's what you say. That's what you're saying. Come on now. It's not enough men. They're all gay. They're married. Uh, they cheat. They don't know how to communicate. They like women of a different persuasion. You get what I'm saying? They're on the down low. All these things you tell yourself, your brain is listening. So why would you go? Meanwhile, great brother after great brother after great brother is appearing in your feed with his fiance doing like this. Great brother after great brother after great brother. The more time goes by, that brother is getting off of the market because high value men value marriage, value relationships, value substance. And if you're a woman of high substance and you make yourself easily findable, I didn't say easy, easily findable, because then he has to pursue you hot and heavy, you're going to have a lot of men to choose from. You get it? Right? You get it? Right? Yes, like y'all, and I'm glad y'all are saying this, ladies, because I'm telling you, God is convicting me to use persuasion, but also results to say some of you should not be single and would not be single if we went back 12 months from now and got you out of the woman cave and got you socializing 2 to 4 times a month. You would have met. How many of you really believe this? And I want you to feel this in the spirit. Really believe in your heart of hearts. You would have met a couple of men. You would have met a lot of men, right? Who want to know you because you've never had a problem with men wanting to know you when you were around a lot of men, high school, college, working in a factory, working in male dominated environments like tech or corrections, right? Or ministry. So when you're in those sports, when you're in those environments, men are going to make their desires known. And what did you do? You position yourself. I'm gonna be a psychologist. It's called you're in close proximity. You're in close proximity to that man. See, when you're in close proximity to a great grocery store, you're going to have great fruits and vegetables. But if you're not, and you have to drive across town to go to Whole Foods, go to Trader Joe's, go to the farmer's market, right? If you're not in close proximity, if you're not in close proximity to a lot of money, you're not going to typically have great schools. You're not going to have great banks, right? Because anchor they anchor around the money. Everything goes around the money. Are you getting it? So if you can get in close proximity, not just of men, but of high character men, a lot of you are cooking with hot grease. A lot of you are sliding down the slide right into Bay's arms. The only thing stopping you is that you're not operating in faith. You're not doing what God is telling you to do, which is to be findable because of pride, because of laziness, because of habit. Let me be compassionate. Like COVID has changed a lot of people's habits, including mine, right? Like I am making myself, I was full time in the office every day, but now a lot of times I see clients at home. Why? Because y'all prefer Zoom, but I make myself still go to the office so that I don't get used to just staying at home. And when I go, I'm able to get back to my old habits. Like if I stop at Starbucks, say what's up to the barista. All right. If I'm walking in the bank, and there is a bank on the bottom floor of my office building, right? I say what's up to the tellers. It's the same ones there every day. I'm saying the same thing to the people in the hallway. Are you getting? I'm being much more social. I'm saying to people what's up when I go get lunch, or if I go get dinner on the way home. It's the same people over and over again. I'm having these micro conversations that make me feel alive. Are y'all getting it? I'm exposed to more people and I get more opportunities. Are y'all getting it? Right? So if I'm a minister and I'm easy to find, then it's going to be easy for you to get prayed for. I have to make myself findable. But if I'm a hard to find minister, come on now, how you going to be blessed? I can't say, well, the people didn't want prayer. Did you go to where the people are? I have to be findable by the people and say, yo, minister, I need you. Doc, I need you. Could you pray for this? Could you pray for this? Could you help me with this? Right? You have to be findable. A doctor has to be findable. A nurse has to be findable. A teacher has to be findable. You feel what I'm saying? Right? HR has to be findable. Right? I have a problem. Are y'all getting it? So listen, today we talked about, the five things you can do to not waste time as a high character woman, a modern woman who wants a high character man. I gave y'all 8 places plus for changing your environment, curating the environment that you want. We talked about doing a self audit to make sure you're bringing what you want to attract, right? So that it's not a mismatch, right? We talked about joining a new group, a social activity, a social club, cooking classes, right? We talked about reaching out to 2 close friends, 3 close friends. I'm asking for that, for a hookup, for introductions. If you know someone who's great, we talked about the coffee spots, the casual spots, the country clubs, the organizations. We talked about initiating and responding to 3 quality conversations online for discernment. I'm adding that in, right? I wrote this stuff down, y'all, right? We're asking you to initiate. I want you to initiate, ladies. If you see a high character man, soft smile, initiate conversation. That's the first move. That's the white handkerchief. Hey, how are you? All right. What are you drinking? Right. How are you? It looks like we're going to get rain. I'm going to get out of here before it rains. How long you think we have? Right? Oh, I'm talking to you like you the weatherman. I'm sorry. My name is Stacy. Man, just do that, right? I know some of y'all say it's not my personality. All right. Well, then get in the DMs and say, man, that was a really great article you posted on LinkedIn. All right. That was a great comment that you made about fatherhood. Or man, I can't believe that you're still a Falcons fan. They let you down every week, predictably. They're gonna get your hopes up just so you can lose in overtime. It just happened, even though you got the ball first, right? Make the first move, even if it's with a smile. Look at a man. Men don't even get looked at these days. Men don't even get looked at. Men feel invisible. There's a book called Invisible Man. It's one of my favorite books by Ralph Ellison, right? Black men today, high character black men feel invisible. Like sisters, you don't see them. I know y'all are shocked, but think about your own behavior. When's the last time you told a high character man he appeared to be high character, high energy, high attractiveness? When's the last time you told him that he looks nice? When's the last time you asked him his name? When's the last time you said hello? When's the last time you struck up a conversation with him? Come on, when's the last time you looked him in his eye and made a smile? Right? I'm just telling you, like you're missing opportunities, right? Like the food that men eat, which is attention and softness and energy and boldness, right? You should be serving up, right? So I hear y'all saying, I have faith, but my experience shows these men play a lot of games, right? Well, curate your environments to pull for high character men. If all the men you know are dogs, something's wrong with where you're hanging out. If all the people you know are broke, something's wrong with where you're hanging out. If all the people you know are overweight, something's wrong with where you hang out. If everyone you know has a chronic medical history, has a chronic heart disease, right? If everyone you know has a criminal record, I'm not knocking it. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of you are saying, because I don't see these men don't exist, but you're hanging in places. You're going to the club looking for a minister. And I'm not saying ministers don't go to clubs. They do, but not that many. And I'm not saying they don't want to go. I'm a minister. I love a good club, but the optics, especially if you're a lead pastor, right? I don't think y'all want to see Joel Osteen and TD Jakes, right, in the compound in Atlanta, right? I don't think you want to see them, right? Right? Even though they might be in there with their wives having a good time, right? They might be drinking orange juice. You're going to think it's vodka and orange juice, right? Maybe drinking cranberry juice. You don't think it's cranberry and, vodka. Y'all get what I'm saying? They might be drinking Coca-Cola, which you shouldn't because that stuff is death, right? Right? But they drinking Coca-Cola, you think they drinking, rum and Coke. Come on now. Judgment, right? Are y'all getting it? Are y'all getting it? All right. And so I tell friends just to browse men's profiles. Let's see you, Pam. Before diving into the dating apps, I agree. First read through and then see what's out there. So y'all get it. Right? I'm saying it's true. I've been jaded when it comes to dating. All right. Well, you're not going to be jaded when it comes to dating when you place yourself intentionally around really good men. And now you're stacking the deck. You want a fit man, go to the gym. You want a religious man, by and large, go to church. I'm not saying everyone in church is perfect. I'm not saying everyone in the gym is fit. But if you want more fit men or more high character men, go to church, go to the gym. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Thank you for the compliment, Pam. And I hear you saying, I'm gonna call you out. You're saying that you're nervous about making the first move. All right, it's not gonna make you look desperate unless you are desperate in how you do it. All right, we'll say this and we'll wrap up. Like if you go up there and say, "Damn, you fine." That actually would work for me. All right. And there are a lot of men that do like that, but there's some that would be taken aback. Like all men are not the same. But if you came up there and you just look thirsty, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you be the man. Like, let me get your number. How are you? Where you from? I'm not saying do that. All I'm saying is make the first move by smiling and telling him your name, asking your name. But I do think you should have tact. So you're not necessarily flirting with them, right? I think you should flirt back. Your flirtation should be in your eyes, in your open body language, in your energy, in your soft smile. That should be your flirt, right? But the question you ask should be neutral. Tell me more about this organization. Or did you vote for the mayor? Right? If you had a political fundraiser, or this is my first time at the gym. Have you ever done any of the cycling classes? Right? I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between this spin class and this retro spin class. What's the difference? Right? Or hey, this organization, everyone seems to know you. Are you the Are you the president? Because I'm trying to join and know more. Are you the right person for me to talk to? I really like what was said. I do want to do more for the National Urban League of my city to get voters out. We need to flip everything Democratic, in the upcoming elect. I want to make that happen. Y'all getting what I'm saying? Right? I really want to help this initiative to kids. It's the first time I've ever come to a national education conference, another place to meet a lot of men because men in leadership, the superintendent, assistant superintendent, executive directive, it's a lot of women, but it's a lot of men too. Are y'all getting it? Business ministry conferences is another one you should be doing. I'm not talking about just ministry conferences. I'm talking about business leaders. So there's leadership ministry conferences. There's leadership conferences in general, right? That's going to load for high impact men. Y'all get it? All right. It says most men are not abstaining like our ladies, right? All right. There's definitely some truth to that, right? But here's the interesting thing. When you poll men and you ask them how important is sex to getting married, they don't say it's very important at all, right? Because what they know is that sex is not going to make our relationship great. Just sex. I have to like you. We have to build and grow. You have to have conflict resolution skills. My mom has to like you. You have to be able to be a great mom. What does any of that have to do with being able to pop your hips and do whatever you do with you know what I'm saying? That don't have anything to do with it. Right now, men do want that the same way you want to be pleased. You feel me? And so, a man who's serious, will he try to initiate sex or have sexual innuendos? Yes, he probably will because he's a man, right? And all you do is give him the standard for how he can enjoy your fruits and berries, right? Hey, we get there and we're connected and we're exclusive and we get married, whatever your rules are, right? Because most men are not willing to block their blessings, not willing to lose their wife for sex, especially mature men, right? So men that say they need to try it out, you know, no, you don't, brother, you don't, right? Now I'm not saying y'all can't kiss and have affection. I think that's a part of dating, right? But you don't have to feel like because think about it. If having sex led you to a marriage, the women who gave the sex the most will be getting married. And isn't it typically the opposite? Come on now. I mean, look at it. Look at it. See, what I'm doing is called cognitive reframing. I'm reframing this. If sex is so important to men and you feel pressure not to abstain, why is it that the women who are giving sex, and I'm not judging it, right? Because men are very confusing. Why is it the women who are more sexually active and more open and give the man what they want so he can like them more, why are they not getting married more? Why why is it that most wives tell stories that they weren't even intimate with their husband until marriage or at least until exclusivity when they were dating, right? I think men, and I am a man, like just the opposite, right? Like someone's talking about registering for my coaching. Just go to my website, send me an email, right? I'm easy to find. DrTart@drTart.com. That's two T's, not one. I do not like when people send me a message say Dr. Tart with one T, because I'm gonna get your name right, right? And I see someone says they're divorced twice. Steve Harvey was divorced 3 times. He seems pretty happy to me, right? Don't let your past dictate your future. Listen, future has nothing to do with Sierra finding Russell Wilson. Whoever Russell Wilson's ex-wife was has nothing to do with him finding Sierra. Come on now. Come on now. Marjorie Harvey's ex has nothing to do with her finding Steve. Steve's exes have nothing to do with him finding Marjorie. It's really about you finding your person and being a better person, being probably a better discerner of who you attract, who you allow to date you, or even who you are so that you can keep a high quality character man because you know how to resolve conflict, you know how to have peace, you know how to split the difference in an argument, You know how to have high level conflict resolution. You're a great communicator. You're a giver, not a taker. You're going into a relationship to be a provider of love, not just a recipient of the man's security and money. And he's doing the same. He's going in to provide emotional safety, not just to take your body. You get it? All right, so I'm excited, right? And you're welcome. I see someone saying thank you for allowing me to understand that warm body language. I want y'all to try it. Don't believe me, but I do want y'all to get into my DMs. I do want y'all to comment and say, Doc, I tried it and it worked. Or Doc, we need to talk. It didn't go so well. Man, I love those. I love those emails and DMs, right? That's what I spend my spare time doing when I'm not chilling. And of course, taking my wife on a date and kicking it with the kids, and family. All right. So I love y'all. All right. It's been a long week. Excited to do this. This is one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, I wanted to continue to honor being consistent, especially on Wednesday nights. Typically I do IG lives on Wednesday nights, but it could be Thursday, Tuesday, but I'm gonna be here for you, right? And I also have a new video loading probably in 3 or 4, 5 days that y'all are gonna enjoy, right? It talks about why men should get married, right? And it's very convincing because it tells the truth about the marital benefit to men that's not out there, all right? That flies in the face of men being scared of marriage. And it's the biggest mistake of their lives because what you see is other races other than African American have these really high marriage rates. So why, if this marriage is really bad, why is it North Indian? I mean, why is it that our Indian brothers and sisters have marriage rates in the 90s and Caucasians have marriage rates in the 50s and 60s and Hispanics in the 50s and 60s and Asian American brothers and sisters have them in the 80s? Why is it that only black folks, not my African brothers and sisters, not my Caribbean brothers and sisters, why is it just African Americans with the low divorce, with the low marriage rates, right? It's because we've been contaminated, all right, to think that marriage is bad. No, bad marriages are bad. Toxic marriages, dysfunctional marriages are bad. Lord knows. I would never ask you to get into that for the sake of marriage. But if you're able to avoid that and you're able to find the number of high quality men, and they're more on the market now than ever before because men are delaying getting married, men don't know where to find you with this app stuff, right? And the marriage rate being so low, especially within the African American community, ladies, you should. This is a field day. If you make yourself more findable, you're gonna see that the internet lied to you. They lied to you. They made you seem like the podcasters, convinced you that there's no good men. And meanwhile, you go down to the local gym, to the local school, to the local mentoring, big brother, big sister interest meeting, right? And you see a bunch of men there volunteering their time to mentor boys. How could someone like that be a bad person? I know it's possible, but you get what I'm saying? Come on now. What are the chances that you go to church on a regular basis and meet men on a regular basis, just platonically, saying what's up, being cordial, and you don't meet high character men who think you're cute, especially if you are cute and you're convinced that you're cute? Come on, it's almost impossible. But if you move and you behave as if you believe you are a wife and behave, and I mean by a value add, I'm a value add to a really good man. I can feel you, ladies. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna cook well for you. I'm gonna help you get off that blood pressure medicine. I'll make sure you never get on it. I'm going to take care of your mom. We're gonna be friends. I'm gonna make sure dad is good. I'm gonna make sure Thanksgiving is good. I'm gonna make Christmas good. If we blend families, if you have children, I'm gonna make sure our blended family is happy. I'm gonna know how to move to fill out the relationship with the mama and the kids so that we can all come together. Come on now. I want to be able to help you to scale your business for my talented sisters out there in business and marketing. That's what I do for a living. Of course, I'm gonna do it for my man. I'm gonna help you look good. I'm gonna help you be happy. And y'all said it. I'm gonna be your peace when you come home. Ladies, don't miss that. Men are begging for that. Men are hoping for that. Did you know that the average man who's married compared to the same type of man who's single, that married man has a $300,000 marital benefit over the lifetime. That's how much money a married man makes compared to a single man just by being married. And that becomes from investing, splitting the expenses, building together, inheritances with if one of your parents die, right? It just there's all kinds of ways, right? You sell your home. Y'all had homes or property. Or property is left to you in a deed. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. You had a good day at the market, right? You got that crypto. You did well in the stock market, investing. You flipped the business. Y'all get it. All right. So I love y'all. I'm excited. Please tell your friends, like and subscribe to this so that you know what is coming next. I love you guys. I do enjoy this. Gracious Lord, we ask and pray, Lord, for my sisters to activate, to be findable. Lord God, I can feel it in the spirit that marriages are already happening right now because she's starting the journey to be findable. And the high character man who's out, who is frustrated, is thankful because he was just getting ready to give up, getting off the app. He was just getting ready to give up and go back to situationships to paste until he found the one. But now he's found the one and he's loyal because he was begging and praying and waiting to meet a high woman of character, but she was hard to find. So, Lord God, we thank you, Lord, for that activation. We thank you, Lord, for all that you do. These things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen. I love you guys. Take care and be well.